So part 2 of the Wrightsville to Charleston. It's the return trip, Charleston to Wrightsville. I did see some whales on the 5th day in the open ocean off of Oak Island. So to recap, I came down at night, about 150 nautical miles, caught a big tuna on the 2nd day, and then I came into Charleston Harbor at dawn, passed a lot of big boats, and docked at Mega Dock. It's right near the Medical University of South Carolina. It's my boat, a 25-foot Catalina. There's some beautiful yachts there at Mega Dock. We opted to stay in a hotel that night and rest up, clean the boat up, and left the next day. So we have the 3rd day to Georgetown, then to Myrtle Beach, and the 5th day back to Wrightsville. So coming through, this is Sullivan's Island, and then getting into the intercoastal kind of behind at Cape Romaine. Always cooking up some good tuna there. And we left out of South Carolina about a little afternoon. Just coming off the battery there. Charleston Harbor is very big, and it takes several hours to get out to the ocean. And we're going to be heading into the internal waterway, the intercoastal waterway, ICW is what it's called. And head up to Georgetown, South Carolina. So this is all Charleston Harbor. It's quite busy, a lot of vessels. That's my friend from MIT, James White. And I'm downstairs reviewing the maps for Georgetown and Winyah Bay. There are some tricky bits there. I always like to review all this when I'm calm. So this is the green part I've circled. That's a jetty that we have to be very careful not to hit, as we're going to be coming through that part at night. So sundown, we are still in Charleston County having dinner there. Tuna. Again, it's my friend at the helm there. And as we come into Winyah Bay, which is kind of complicated, it's the dotted line. I'll take the helm to go ahead and get us in. So we got in about 2:30 a.m. And that's the boat there. And it's a nice little city dock. It's a beautiful city. I love Georgetown, South Carolina. It's dawn. There's a few derelict boats from the hurricane still. And yeah, Georgetown's great. We had a nice lunch, some soul food, and a tour to a historic house right on the water. It's a gorgeous place. I love Georgetown. And fueled up, and then headed past all these shrimp boats and out into the Waccamaw River, which is what the intercoastal waterway is running through for another like 20 miles or so. And this is our first fixed bridge. We easily clear it from the mast. We're about 35 feet, and those I think are 62 feet or thereabouts. So we start getting into the Grand Strand, Myrtle Beach area. It's a lot of bridges. A lot of these are swing bridges, so I got to call them on the radio, get them opened up, and it's fun. Some beautiful houses back in there. Some little meal underway, some prosciutto and mixed peppers. And that's Barefoot Landing, Queen. We hit a little thing with a prop there. We stayed with Grand Dunes.
All right, see you, guy.
And then hit
later
some
on.
debris end of the day with the prop. So we had to get a little repair. My friend, so a PhD in mechanical engineering, usually took care of it. Actually machined it apart. It's very nice. And then we are back underway. This is West Myrtle Beach area. 23 And then I dropped him off at Little River. He had some appointments in Tennessee, so he had his friend come pick him up, and then I continued out in the open ocean.
If you're here, just left Little River, South Carolina, and in the North Atlantic Ocean, headed to Southport, Cape Fear River. Should be there at dawn. It's got my little handheld GPS that I love here. CB radio, it's been very helpful with all the bridges. And it's not very heavy winds here, but just to be careful since I'm out by myself tonight. Got my helmet and got a lifeline It's locked in here.
And just after I recorded that, I ran into some right whales. They're an endangered species that spend the summers in Canada, and they had come back, and you kind of hear them all around the boat as they're breathing. And I could see them splashing around. And so as I got closer to Southport, I could see the Oak Island Lighthouse. Weather forecast for some patchy fog. And that was kind of interesting, because the lighthouse would come and go. And you'd see it, and then you couldn't see it. So you get into these deeper fog bits. And it's starting to be dawn as I'm coming in. This is the 5th day into the Southport, Cape Fear area, and then end up at the Carolina Beach State Park Marina. Got there maybe around 5 a.m. and just took a nap for a couple hours, fueled up, and then left for Wrightsville, Shanty Point, technically Wilmington, but for tide reasons, it's basically Wrightsville. And that's me heading north on the Intercoastal. A lot of these big boats coming down from New England to summer in the Caribbean and Florida. Beautiful sailboats. And that's it. Docked around 10 a.m. Wonderful trip.